Hey everybody, welcome back to the dirt bike shed for some chemistry. Today I am going to solve the problems from the homework, which was predicting chemical reactions day 2. And I'm going to solve these. I'm going to actually do them for you. I'm going to have some pretty cool stuff. Alright, the first problem. Let's take this guy right here. I'm going to do, whoops, I didn't want that. I'm going to do, oh, my daughter's been messing with this. Now I see what's happening. All right. I'm going to do number 1 and number 5 first because they both have sodium hydroxide. And I've already mixed some of that up. All right. Let's balance number 1. I've got 1 sodium here, 1 sodium here, 1 hydroxide, 1 silver, 1 silver. Oh, it's done. 1, 1, 1, 1. Now, that is going to be your precipitate, silver hydroxides, because hydroxides are insoluble. How would you know that, Mr. Perkins? Well, like I've told you several times, I'll go to my NC Chem reference tables. And I'm going to look on page 6. I'm going to look on page 6. Now, you're going to have to do this for a test very soon, so get on it. Here we go. Scroll into page 6 real quick. Page 6, up here at the top of the page. Some things are soluble, some things are insoluble. If we look over here, all hydroxides are insoluble, except for strontium, barium, and ammonium. So we're going to go back here. Yep, we're going to make some sodium hydroxide in the test tube. Let's do it. All right, here I've got some sodium hydroxide in a test tube. And here clearly I have some silver nitrate. We're going to mix the two. Got a clear liquid. This is a clear liquid. You're going to have to trust me on that. And as soon as this clear liquid hits that clear liquid, boom. Ooh, we're going to make a nice brown precipitate. That brown precipitate there, you can see I'm putting my hand there to help you see it. That brown precipitate is silver hydroxide. Let's do the next one. All right, next problem's down here at the bottom. Sodium hydroxide, copper 2 sulfate. We're down here, people, down here. All right, let's see, we've got 2 sodiums right here, so I'm going to try a 2 there. That gives me 2 hydroxides, so that's convenient because there's 2 hydroxides right there. And we're done. 2, 1, 1, 2. What are we going to make? What are we going to see in the test tube? Do you think we're going to see sodium sulfate or copper 2 hydroxide? It's going to be copper 2 hydroxide. Why? Let's go right back to the chemistry tables. Go right back to our chemistry tables. On the chemistry table, we can see again very clearly right up here, all hydroxides are insoluble. So, this is what we're going to be seeing in the test tube. Let's do it real quick. All right, so right here I've got some sodium hydroxide. It's clear liquid. You can see that very plainly. And right here I have some copper 2 sulfate. We're going to mix these. We're going to make copper hydroxide, which will be a precipitate. Let me see if I can aim this down a little bit. Not much. Okay, here we go. Here's our clear liquid. Here's our blue liquid. And I'll try to do this right in front of the camera. Boom. Made a nice gel there, made a nice precipitate. That is copper hydroxide. Okay, next, let's take a look at number 2. That's sodium chloride and silver nitrate. Sodium chloride and silver nitrate, all right? Try to balance that. We'll try to balance that. I feel like I'm writing too thick. Here we go. 1 sodium there, 1 sodium there, 1 silver, 1 silver, 1 chloride, 1 chloride, 1 nitrate, 1 nitrate. It's all done. 1, 1, 1, 1. Let's go see. Are we going to make anything? Sodium nitrate or silver chloride. Which one of those will be the precipitate? I'm predicting that that will be the precipitate, that's what we'll see in the water. Mr. Perkins, why would you feel that way? Well, it says right here, all chlorides are soluble except silver, lead, and mercury. So check that out, except silver. So that means that this silver chloride should be a precipitate. Let's try it. All right, here's my sodium chloride. That's just some really, really salty water I made. It's so salty that not all the salt could dissolve. You can see it gathering here in the bottom. But I thought I might have to have it pretty salty to work this. Now I've got some silver nitrate. Let's see if we can mix these two together and make a precipitate called silver chloride. And yep, see that white precipitate there in the top? See how it's different than the rest of it? So we did, there, that helps put my hand behind it. We made some silver chloride, which is a precipitate. It is insoluble in water. Let's keep rolling. Okay, let's balance number 3 now. Let's balance number 3. I've got sodium phosphate and copper 2 sulfate. 3 sodiums and 2 sodiums. We need to bring both of these up to the number 6. That will be my guess. So I put a 2 there and 3 there. Now we have 6 sodiums on each side. That gives me 3 sulfates. Try 3 right there and 2 phosphates over here. Done. 2, 3, 3, 1. What's going to be our precipitate? My guess is copper phosphate. Copper 2 phosphate. Let's look it up. See if I'm right. Copper 2 phosphate. Right here. Phosphates. All phosphates are insoluble except group 1. So copper 2 sulfate, this should be insoluble. This should be a precipitate. Just like these other things were precipitates. They were solids formed in the water. Let's build it. I'm having to mix up some sodium phosphate because I didn't have any of that. I thought I'd show you the mixer working again. You can turn up the rotations here, down, slower or faster. And I could heat it up if I wanted to, but I'm not. This is getting to be about ready, so let's do it. Okay, here we go. Got some sodium phosphate, have some copper 2 sulfate. There they are. Let's mix them together, see if we can make something fun. I'll go like this. Oh yeah, that's a nice precipitate. Look at that. Spilled out a little quicker than I expected, but that's a nice, very well defined. What did we just make there? We made copper 2 phosphate. That's your precipitate right there in the water. One more to go. All right. There we go. Let's balance this last problem. We've got some copper 2 sulfate, silver nitrate, makes copper 2 nitrate and silver sulfate. I need a 2 right there. I think it's going to take care of business. 1, 2, 1, 1 gets us balanced. What are we going to see in the water? Are we going to see copper 2 nitrate, or are we going to see silver sulfate? Silver sulfate. Let's take a look, all right? All nitrates are soluble. All of them. So we're not going to be seeing this. We're not going to be seeing copper nitrate. Let's see if silver sulfate should be something. All right, see if silver sulfate, okay. All sulfates, where are we? Anybody see sulfates? Oh, here we go. All sulfates right here, except calcium, strontium, barium, mercury, lead 2, and silver. So guess what? Silver sulfate should be a precipitate. Let's do it. All right, got some copper 2 sulfate mixed up, ready to go. And I've got some silver nitrate. So we should make some silver sulfate that should be visible in the water. And here we go. Are you watching? Can you see it? Not very impressive at all. Silver sulfate is not very impressive. So not all of them are as good as we want them to be. I was hoping that would pop a little bit more. And I'm still trying to make it pop, but that one didn't work very well. I assure you it is making a precipitate, but it's very faint to me, and I doubt it's coming through on the camera. Yeah, I'm trying my best here. Well, the others were impressive. We'll stick with that. So those are the solutions to the homework from the other day. I'm going to give you a homework assignment that's going to go with this.